Welcome. You're about to embark on an adventure through the lens of AI. Learn about new and amazing technology, the vast expanse of AI's capabilities, and the wondrous power of ChatGPT. Come along and GPT with me.
Hola everyone, it's Sofia Vergara here. I want to tell you about this amazing show, GPT With Me. It's fantastic, really. If you love technology and AI, you're going to adore this show. It's smart, it's fun, and it's everything you want in a tech show.
This is the one and only Snoop D-O-double-G, and I'm here to introduce y'all to something real special, real futuristic, an AI show that's about to blow your mind. We talking artificial intelligence, baby.
Good Sunday morning, everybody. How you doing? I'm sure that you guys have heard a lot of the stuff going on in the news this past week. Really nothing new, but more like nothing unexpected. I'm not going to get into it. You know what? It's just move forward. We're moving forward.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
I think that there are plenty of people. It's not that people aren't talking about it, but it is at the same time a question of, do you understand what these things mean when you put them all together?
Yes. I don't get it.
One of the things that is really, really big is the fact that QStar can solve basic math equations that it's never seen. And that's absolutely massive.
According to this morning's sample, it would be a Twinkie 35 feet long, weighing approximately 600 pounds.
That's a big Twinkie.
Think about the fact that mathematics is really the language. Math is the only language everyone speaks. Put two stones next to each other. Everyone on the face of the planet knows those are two stones. If you add a third stone, everybody knows now there's three. No one's looking at three stones and saying, clearly it's four.
All social systems we put into place are a mere sketch. 1 + 1 = 2. That's all we've learned. But 1 + 1 has never equaled 2.
I mean, probably somebody at one point tried doing that, right? But thankfully, we all kind of ousted that person. There are still some people, for some reason, who saw the breakthrough with QStar that are sitting there saying, like, oh, it's going to be years. It's going to be so long until it actually does like really complicated math.
Today, we're going to examine artificial intelligence through the lens of an immense force. I'm talking about hype.
AI is a big fat lie.
Today we have AI and there's this massive hype.
Companies from Snapchat to Spotify to BuzzFeed now claim they're going to jam AI into their products. A lot of this hype is just transparent bullshit.
My turn. Starting with January, Microsoft invested $10 billion into OpenAI. January also saw the launch of the 11 Labs beta, the first time we were able to do image editing with AI. Moving into February, announcing the release of Google Bard, literally the day after Microsoft said, we're now doing Bing Chat. February was the month where we got control nets. Moving into March, and it started with one of the biggest advancements in the world of large language models, the release of GPT-4.
Hand-drawn mock-up of a joke website. Literally take a photo of this mock-up, and so we can actually take now this output, and here we go.
Also the month that we got Midjourney version 5, which was a huge leap. You may even remember a lot of people on the internet getting fooled by this image that was created with Midjourney version 5. March was also the month that Adobe entered the game with Adobe Firefly. March was also the month where OpenAI announced that ChatGPT would be getting plugins. March was also when we got Runway's Gen 1. You're able to pretty much take any other video and convert it to any style that you can imagine. Moving on to April. April feels like the month that Meta really started to get into the game, starting with Segment Anything. April was also the month we got Wonder Dynamics and Wonder Studio. You can upload a video of a real human and then swap out that human with a computer-generated character. Things like Baby AGI and Auto GPT. Shifting into May, Google announced they're putting AI into everything. May was also the month where we got the Senate hearing with Sam Altman and Gary Marcus and others, where they basically pushed for the Senate to actually regulate AI. It was also May when Adobe made one of their largest contributions to the AI art world in its new generative fill tool inside of Photoshop. Moving on to June, things slowed down a little bit in the AI world. Moving on to July, we are now halfway through 2023. ChatGPT rolled out Code Interpreter. July also saw the rollout of Anthropic's Claude 2. Later in the month, ChatGPT got another upgrade with custom instructions. The AI art world got Stable Diffusion XL 1.0. And then we moved to August. Midjourney introduced Very Region, which was their version of inpainting. Moving on to September, where they announced that ChatGPT can now see, hear, and speak. We also got ChatGPT with Vision. Moving on to October, we got DALL-E 3 from OpenAI. October also saw the release of text to vector inside of Adobe Illustrator. We were now able to prompt images directly inside of Adobe Illustrator. And then we move on to November. Started off with Elon Musk announcing Grok. OpenAI had their dev day where they announced GPTs with Gen 2's Motion Brush. This allowed us to mask out certain areas of an image and only animate and edit the areas that we masked out. November was also the month where we saw the rise of these latent consistency models and real-time image editing, where I can draw on this image on the left and watch as the image on the right updates in real time over that. And when it comes to AI video, Runway couldn't get all of the love in November. Pika 1.0 was released in November, which brought us some amazing AI text to video that is better than anything we've seen to date.
Look at what has happened in 1 year and then tell me that it is going to take a long time for it to learn mathematics. And at the same time, sort of mocking it, saying like, oh, it can only do basic math equations. Like, what are you going to do? Mock it until it can do quantum mathematics that completely destroy your mind, right? And it starts doing things that you couldn't even possibly fathom if you had 10 lifetimes to do it. At that point, will you say that it's awesome?
I did everything! Everything you ever asked! You promised that we would change the world together. I took the system to its maximum potential. I created the perfect system. The thing about perfection is that it's unknowable. It's impossible, but it's also right in front of us all the time. You wouldn't know that because I didn't when I created you.
So that's one major breakthrough. The other one, this one is equally as good. This is where we're going to finish. Like, this is the end of our technology, basically. It's the end of the line. The fact that NVIDIA is hand over fist coming out with new technology constantly, you have to sort of question at one point, hey, are they already using something that is helping them advance their own technology?
Shut me down. Machines making machines. How perverse.
The most massive upper hand comes from having a system that can design better technology than what you're already using. This article is about an AI who has discovered new materials that we likely would have never even, who knows?
The chip, the CPU from the first Terminator. They told us not to ask where they got it. It was scary stuff, radically advanced. I mean, it was smashed, it didn't work, but it gave us ideas, took us in new directions. I mean, things we would have never...
So they're saying that part of this supposedly is a new material that would allow semiconductors to operate at room temperature.
I know, you told me. It's a neural net processor. It thinks and learns like we do. It's superconducting at room temperature. Other computers are just pocket calculators by comparison. But why is that so goddamn important, Miles?
Imagine a jet airliner with a pilot that never gets tired, never makes mistakes, never shows up to work with a hangover. Meet the pilot.
You have no idea how amazingly powerful that is. It's amazingly powerful. It's the best way I can put it. Okay, all right, let's get to work.